Hello students of class 11th. How are you? I hope you all are fine. So dear students, let us continue with chapter 5 Mother's Day, written by J.V. Priestley. So dear students, please take out your book and get ready for the same. Open your book at page number 50. Okay. So what we have seen in this play as of now, let us recall it once again. So this play is about Mrs. Pearson. Mrs. Pearson is a housewife in this play. She does not receive any respect from her family members, from her son, daughter and husband. So that is why Mrs. Fitzgerald, she thought of a plan. She thought of a plan of exchanging the personality, as she knew some arts. Using that arts, personalities could be changed. First, she tried her best to convince Mrs. Fitzgerald, but when she was not ready to treat her family members strictly, then she offered for exchanging the personalities. And she did. She exchanged the personalities, and now Mrs. Fitzgerald, with the personality of Mrs. Pearson, she went to Mrs. Pearson's home and she started behaving strictly with the Mrs. Pearson's family member. So everyone got surprised. Doris, Cyril, George, everyone got surprised to see Mrs. Pearson drinking beer and behaving a very strange way. So all these things were very shocking for Mrs. Pearson's son, daughter and George Pearson. This continued for a long time. When Mrs. Pearson, with Mrs. Fitzgerald's personality, when she could not wait for much time, she visited and she found her house in miserable condition. Then she requested Mrs. Fitzgerald to exchange their personality and come to their real personalities. At this, she told her that she had behaved with them strictly and she would continue in the same way. So now let's see what happened next in this play. And today I will finish the play. I will also discuss question answers and other exercises of this chapter. So I hope you all are ready to begin. Now George and Doris exit left and they go. Mrs. Fitzgerald, as they go, Mrs. Fitzgerald moves to left of the small table and sits. She eagerly beckons Mrs. Pearson to do the same things. Beckons means, instruct someone using your hand, that is beckons. So she instructed Mrs. Pearson to sit down. Mrs. Fitzgerald, we must change back now. We really must. So Mrs. Fitzgerald, now with the personality of Mrs. Pearson, she said that they must change back then. She insisted to change back the personalities. Mrs. Pearson, why? Mrs. Fitzgerald, because this has gone for enough. She said, this is for enough for my family members. I can see they are all miserable. She said, Mrs. Pearson said that I can see they are all miserable and I can't bear it. Mrs. Pearson, a bit more of same would do them good. She said, if I would behave with them a bit more, it will it will for their betterment. Making a great difference already. Already I had made a great difference in them. She moves to right of the table and sits. Mrs. Fitzgerald, no, I can't stand any more of it. Mrs. Fitzgerald now, she is with Mrs. Fitzgerald personality, but in reality she is Mrs. Pearson. So she said, no, I can't stand any more of it. I really can't. We must change back. Hurry up, please, Mrs. Fitzgerald. So here he boldly requested her to change back their personalities. Mrs. Pearson, well, if you insist. Well, okay, if you are insisting, then let us change back the personality. Mrs. Fitzgerald, yes, I do. Please, please. So, she was very much eager to exchange the personalities back, as she was anxious about her family. She stretches her hands across the table eagerly. Mrs. Pearson takes them. Now in the same position as they exchanged their personalities in the beginning, they did the same. Mrs. Pearson, quick now, relax. Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Fitzgerald stare at each other, muttering exactly as before. Arshatta dum, arshatta lum dum bona. In the same way she muttered as she muttered in the beginning. They carry out the same action as before, going lax. So what happened in the beginning when they were exchanging their personalities? So it was repeated once again. Then coming to life, but this time of course they become their proper personalities. Mrs. Fitzgerald, oh well, I enjoyed that. Mrs. Pearson, I didn't. She said, Mrs. Fitzgerald said, I enjoyed that. But Mrs. Pearson said, I didn't. Mrs. Fitzgerald, well, you ought to have done now. Listen. She said, you should have done, you should have enjoyed. Now listen, Mrs. Pearson, don't go soft on them again. She said, don't behave with them softly once again, else it will all have been wasted. If you will behave softly with them, then all labor will be wasted. Mrs. Pearson, I'll try not to, Mrs. Fitzgerald. She said, I'll try not to go soft with them. Mrs. Fitzgerald, they are not had as long as I would like to. Given them another hour or two, rough treatment might have made it certain. She said, I have not had as long as I would like to have given them. She said, so I given them a proper treatment, okay, and it might be maintained and it would work. Mrs. Pearson, I'm sure they will do better now, though I don't know how I'm going to explain. She said, I'm sure they will now start start to behave in a proper manner. Okay, so she said, Mrs. Fitzgerald, severely, now strictly, don't you start any explanation or apologizing, or you are done for. She said, so don't try to become soft, and don't try to give any explanation that what happened, and don't apologize either, or you are done for. Either everything will be wasted. Mrs. Pearson with spirit, it's all right for you, Mrs. Fitzgerald. After all, they aren't your husband and children. She said it's all right for you because they aren't your husband and children. They are my husband and children. So it is not okay for me. So it's a different thing. They are not your family. They are my family members. So it is very easy for you to say than do. Mrs. Fitzgerald, now impressively, now you listen to me. You admitted yourself you were spoiling them. Now you listen to me. You yourself admitted that it was you who was spoiling them, and they didn't appreciate you. Any apologies and explanations, and you will be straight back where you were. I am warning you, dear. She said, if you apologize, if you give any explanation, so it will draw you back at the same place where you were. So that is why, dear, I am warning you. Just give them a look and tone of voice now and again. So just give them a look and a tone of voice now and again. Now and again means time to time. So time to time keep them instructing. Okay, to suggest you might be tough with them if you wanted to be, and so that it would be a hint for them that whenever you want to be tough, you can be, and it ought to work. Anyhow, we can test it, she said, and it must be working if you behave this way. Mrs. Pearson, how? Mrs. Fitzgerald, well, what is it you would like them to do that they don't do? So what you would like them to do, and what would you like them not to do? Okay, what would you like them to do, and what would you not like them to do? Mrs. Pearson, yes, and give me a hand. Sorry, I think jump the lines. Okay, so stop at home for once. Further, she added that at least for once you should stop them at home. Mrs. Pearson, yes, and give me a hand with supper. Mrs. Fitzgerald, anything you would like them to do that you enjoy, whether and they do or not. So anything which you wanted to do with them, so you can start from that point. You can tell them what you wanted to do with you. So you can tell them, and they must be doing that thing which you want to do them. Now Mrs. Pearson hesitating. Well, yes, I like a nice game of rummy. She said, I like a nice game of rummy. She wants to play rummy with her family members. But of course, I hardly ever have one except at Christmas. She said, I have hardly anyone to play rummy with, except on Christmas. Mrs. Fitzgerald, getting up. So that will do then. So now start playing rummy with them. She moves towards the door, left, then turns. So Mrs. Fitzgerald, she moves towards the door and left, then takes a turn. But remember, keep firm or you have had it. She said at the last moment also, she kept Mrs. Pearson reminding that be strict, behave them, deal strictly with them. She opens the door, calling her, you can come in now. Then Mrs. Pearson, now she is real Mrs. Pearson, she called her family members, Doris, George and Cyril. Coming away from the door and moving right slightly, quietly, but remember a firm hand. Even, while she was leaving, she kept on saying, remember, don't forget what I have told you. You have to follow, give them instruct, keep them on, behave strictly with them. So all the things she kept on reminding, even when she was leaving her home. Now George, Doris and Cyril, they file in through the doorway. They come in through the doorway, looking apprehensively at Mrs. Pearson. So now they look at Mrs. Pearson. I'm just off to let you enjoy yourself. She said, I'm just off. I'm just leaving now to let you enjoy yourself, so that you can enjoy yourself. So the family looks anxiously at Mrs. Pearson's. So all the family members, they looked worriedly at Mrs. Pearson, who smiles much relieved. They smile back at her. Now when Mrs. Pearson smiled, so all the members of her family, they smiled back at her. Doris anxiously, yes mother. Mrs. Pearson smiling, seeing that you don't want to go out, I tell you what I thought we would do. She said, seeing that you don't want to go out, now I am going to tell you what we should do, staying at home. Mrs. Fitzgerald giving a final warning. So now Mrs. Fitzgerald, still she was there. She did not leave. Okay. She said, remember. So she kept on saying, remember all the time. Even when at that time she was there, she did not leave. She was saying, remember, what did I say? You must remember. So Mrs. Pearson nodding, then looking sharply at the family. No objections, I hope. Then Mrs. Pearson nodded her head and she said, looking sharply at the family and said, I think no objections, I hope. What I am going to say, you have no objections to follow. George humbly, no mother, whatever you say. George said, no mother, whatever you say, we would follow. Mrs. Pearson smiling, I thought we would have a nice family game of rummy, and then you children could get the supper ready while I have a talk with your father. So Mrs. Pearson said, I thought we would have a nice rummy game with nice game of rummy with family. So let's play a nice game of rummy, and then you children, then you Cyril and Doris, you would prepare supper, and while I have a talk with your father, while I would be talking to your father, you would be preparing supper. Supper means dinner. George firmly, suits me. He looks challengingly at the children. What about you two? George said, it's okay for me. But what about you too? So Cyril now hastily, yes, that's all right. He said, that's all right. Doris now hesitating. Well, Mrs. Pearson sharply, what? Speak up. Doris now hastily, oh, I think it would be lovely. She changed. Okay. Mrs. Pearson smiling. Goodbye, Mrs. Fitzgerald. Come again soon. Mrs. Fitzgerald. Yes, dear. Night all. Have a nice game. Mrs. Fitzgerald exists left and the family cluster round mother adds. So the curtain falls. So this is all about the play Mother's Day written by J.B. Priestley. How Mrs. Fitzgerald with Mrs. Pearson's personality, she gave a good lesson to Mrs. Pearson's son, daughter and husband. So now they are on right path. Now they start giving respect to Mrs. Pearson. Okay, so thus it shows that sometime it is good to be strict. So if your parents sometime if they are strict to teach you something good, so it is for your betterment. Okay, so if they are strict, it means they wanted to teach you something good, some good manners. So that is why we should not think that, if they are strict we should become rude. It is not like that. Their strictness is for our betterment. Okay, so in this play the writer also tells us the same thing very beautifully. Okay, so now let us go through the questions and discuss their answers. This play, written in the 1950s, is a humorous and satirical depiction of the status of the mother in the family. What are the issues it raises? So this play, which was written in 1950s, what are the issues? What were the issues that this play raised? So dear students, first of all, it raises the issue of housewives' respect, a woman's respect. A woman is not respected even today. This play was written in 1950s, but even after I think 70 years after this play has been written, even today the woman is not being given respect in most of the families. Still, they don't have any right to take decision on their own, on her own. So still such problems are there in our society. So mixing your own opinion, so you must try to write a creative answer. Okay, adding some examples, some real life example if you can add from your side. Do you think it caricatures these issues, or do you think that the problems it raises are genuine? How does the play resolve the issues? Do you agree with the resolution? So dear students, first we think that this is not a caricature. This problem is genuine. Even today in society, women are facing such problems. And so how does the play resolve the issues? Do you agree with the resolution? Yes, we agree with the resolution, but if it would have done in a better manner, in a polite way, then it would have been a good resolution. But sometimes being strict also helps us as a parent. Yes, sometimes it becomes a compulsion for them to be strict. So on this point of view, we can say that yes, we can justify the resolution. But on the other hand, you must also write yes, it can be also resoluted in a resolved, sorry, not resoluted, resolved in a better way if Mrs. Fitzgerald let Mrs. Pearson do it on her own in a polite manner. Okay, so both can be justified here. You can say that yes, it's all it also helpful. Okay, as at the end of the play we have seen that it worked. Okay, but on the other hand, some better solutions also can be suggested. If you were to write about these issues today, what are some of the incidents, examples and problems that you would think of as relevant? So some relevant examples you can take from your surrounding, from your neighborhood, okay, from your society. So using those facts which you will collect, which you will go through, which you can search from internet. Okay, so using those points, you will have to write a creative answer to this question. Is drama a good medium of conveying a social message? Discuss. So yes, as it's a drama, it's a play, and it conveys the message very beautifully. So after going through this play, we can say that we can conclude that yes, a drama is a good medium of conveying a social message. So read the play out in parts, enact the play on a suitable occasion. So students, it must be done in class, but these days we are not going to school, so that is why I will try to do this activity in online classes. Okay, so the role will be given to you students, and according to that you will be delivering your dialogues. Okay, so it will be done in online classes. Discuss in groups plays or films with a strong message of social reform that you have watched. So discuss in groups, so it will be also discussed in online classes. So which film or films, which play or plays have you watched giving a strong message of social reform? Okay, so you must let me know in online classes if you have gone through any such movie or any such play which raises the issue of social reform, which gives us a message of social reform. So dear students, it's all about question answer. So I hope you all must have enjoyed this play, as this play raises a very important issue about women's condition in our society, and I want you all to write all the answers in a very creative way, and as it's the issue which has been raised in this play is true, is real, even today it is relevant. So I want you all to give some fine examples so that you can connect your answers to some real facts, and it would be more convincing. Okay, students, so I hope you would be doing so. So do all question answers, and there are no other exercises, only questions are there. So must go through them, write creative answers and send them on my mail. So thank you students for watching the video.